Good day everyone. Welcome to Learn with MN. In this video, we will learn about styles and formatting in LibreOffice Writer. Up to now, we've been formatting our documents manually using these different options. This works fine when the document is small. But as soon as the document becomes longer, manual formatting starts to cause problems. Things slowly become inconsistent, and fixing them takes more and more time. Let's say you have a 30-page document like this. At the beginning, you manually format all headings. You make them bold, and increase the font size. But later, you decide, I want all headings to be blue instead of black. Now, because you used manual formatting, you have to scroll through the entire document and fix each heading one by one. This is slow, frustrating, and honestly, not professional. And if you miss even one heading, the document immediately looks messy. This is exactly the problem that styles are designed to solve. A style is like a rule. You define the rule once, and LibreOffice Writer applies it everywhere. Instead of manually formatting headings again and again, you define a heading style, and Writer already knows which font to use, what size it should be, how much spacing is needed, and how it should look. Later, if you want to change the appearance of all headings, you simply modify the style once, and every heading in the document updates automatically. That's the power of styles. So the difference is simple. With manual formatting, you control text one piece at a time, and with styles, you control the structure of the entire document. LibreOffice Writer has different types of styles. In this video, we'll focus on the three styles: paragraph styles, character styles, and list styles. To open the Styles panel, click the Styles icon in the sidebar, or you can also press F11 on your keyboard. This panel is your main formatting control center where you can apply, modify, and add new styles. Paragraph styles control entire paragraphs. That includes font, size, alignment, spacing before and after, and line spacing. Every paragraph in Writer has a default paragraph style, even if you don't notice it. At the top of the Styles panel, the first icon, which is active by default, represents paragraph styles. Below it, you'll see a list of paragraph styles along with their preview. These styles already have predefined settings. The preview shows you how a paragraph will look if you apply that style. For example, this line here is a heading. Instead of making it bold and increasing the font size manually, I simply double-click the heading one. Notice what happens. The formatting is applied instantly, and it matches the preview. More importantly, Writer now understands that this line is a heading one, not just big or bold text. If you don't see previews and only see style names, just enable the preview checkbox here. Some commonly used paragraph styles are also available in the Home tab here, like body text, headings, title, and subtitle. Body text is used for normal paragraphs. Heading 1 is the main heading of the document. Heading 2 is a subheading under Heading 1, Heading 3 is a subheading under Heading 2, and so on. Title is used for the main title of the document, and subtitle is used for a secondary line below it. To apply any style, select the paragraphs or just place the cursor inside a paragraph and click the style. Let's say I have this document, and I want to format it properly. First, I select all the content, and apply body text. Doing this at the start saves time, by avoiding individual formatting later, and ensures consistent formatting. Now, this line is the main title of the article, so I apply the title style. Next comes the main section heading, so I apply Heading 1. Notice how spacing and font size are applied automatically. Under this, we have subtopics. This is Heading 2, so I apply Heading 2 to it. Wherever a Heading 1 is needed, I will use the Heading 1 style, and for subsections under Heading 1, I use Heading 2, and Heading 3 under Heading 2. Like this. Now, our document looks clean, structured, and professional. This structure is important because it ensures consistent formatting, allows easy navigation, and helps create an automatic table of contents. Now that you know how to apply styles, let's talk about modifying them. If you don't like how a heading looks, do not change the text manually. This is where beginners often make a mistake. They try to change the text directly with manual formatting, which breaks the styling and structure of the document. Instead, always modify the style itself. For example, I want all Heading 2 text to use Liberation Sans font and blue in color. For this, right-click Heading 2 in the Styles panel and choose Edit Style. From here, you can change everything related to the style. For font, go to the Font tab. Here, type Liberation and select Liberation Sans. For font color, go to Font Effects. In font color, choose a blue color. This window shows a preview of the text, allowing us to see how it looks with the current settings. When I click OK, you can see that all Heading 2 text is updated automatically across the entire document. This is why styles are so powerful. The next type is character styles. Character styles format small parts of text inside a paragraph. For example, you want to highlight a word. Most people press bold or italic. That works, but again, it's manual formatting. Instead, we use character styles. Click the second icon in the Styles panel to open Character Styles. Below is the list of all styles related to the characters with their preview. Most commonly used character styles are emphasis, strong emphasis, and source text. For example, instead of making this word italic from here, I apply emphasis from character styles. It not only becomes italic, but more importantly, writer remembers why it is italic because a character style named emphasis is applied to it. This matters a lot because, later, if you decide that emphasized text should be colored instead of italic, you just modify the character style once, and every emphasized word updates automatically. Like paragraph styles, character styles can also be edited. Just right-click the style, choose Edit Style, make your changes, click OK, and the changes will be applied everywhere in the document. Next type is list styles. List styles format all types of lists inside a paragraph. Most people create lists by using these bullet buttons. That works in small documents, but in longer documents, spacing and alignment often break, especially with multi-level lists. List styles fix this issue. They keep indentation consistent, handle numbering properly, and prevent formatting issues. Click the fifth icon in the Styles panel to open List Styles. Below is the list of all styles related to the lists. To apply a list style, select the list and double-click the style. To customize it, right-click the style and choose Edit Style. From here, you can control bullet symbols, numbering formats, spacing, and indentation. You can also modify the styles by formatting directly on the page. For example, let's say this is a Heading 2, and I want all Heading 2 text in the document to have a black highlight and white text. First, select any Heading 2, and manually change its highlight and text color. Now, select this formatted heading. Right-click on the Heading 2 style, and choose Update to match selection. You can also use this drop-down and select Update Selected Style. As you can see, all Heading 2 headings in the document are updated with the same formatting. Once you're comfortable, you can create your own styles. You can format a paragraph the way you like, and then create a new style from it. For example, I want to save this as a new style, so select the text, then click here, and select New Style from Selection. Here enter any name for your custom style, and click OK. Now you will find your custom style here in this list with your custom name. You can rename styles, organize them, and update them later if your design changes. You can create all your own custom styles from scratch. This means you can create all the styles you need at the beginning, and save them for later use, or even share them with others. This is especially helpful when you're working for a brand that has specific brand guidelines for documents. In that case, it's best to create a custom styles template once, and reuse it for future documents. Let's say I've already created and modified all the styles needed for professional documents based on the brand guidelines. To save these styles for future use, go to the File tab, click Save, and then choose Save as Template. Enter a name for the template. Below, you'll see different template categories. Since this is a style template, select Styles, and click Save. Our custom style template is now saved. To use this template later, go to the File tab, and click Templates. You can search for the template by name, or select the Styles category from here. Here, you'll see our saved template. Select it, click Open, and our saved template will be opened. The saved template opens with all the custom styles, but without any content. One option is to use this template from the start, create your content in it, and apply the styles as you go. But what if you already have a document with content, like this one, and it doesn't follow the company's brand guidelines? In that case, all you really need are the company's predefined styles. Here, you can simply load the styles from the template, and apply them to your existing document, without recreating the content from scratch. For this, click here, and select Load Styles from Template. In the categories, choose Styles, and in Templates, select the template we saved earlier. Now, this section is important. These checkboxes let you decide which styles you want to load and which ones to exclude. We want all paragraph, character, and list styles, so we'll check these options. The Overwrite checkbox controls how the styles are applied. When it's checked, all existing styles in the document are replaced with the styles from the template. When it's unchecked, the styles from the template are added, but the current document styles are kept as well. Since we want to update the entire document using the new styles, we'll keep Overwrite checked, and click OK. As you can see, our pre-made document is now fully formatted using the brand guidelines we saved, without any extra effort. That's the real beauty of working with styles. Explore and try these options yourself to truly understand the power of document editing using a free and open source tool. For now, that was all for this video. If you have any queries, feel free to write in the comments section or contact us on our website. Its link is in the description. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for watching.